There is a common belief that success depends on luck. People often say that some individuals are simply born at the right time, in the right place, with the right chances. At the same time, others feel that no matter how hard they try, life does not seem to work in their favor. Because of this belief, many people quietly accept that they are unlucky. However, if we look more carefully at how success actually happens, we may realize something different. In many cases, the problem is not a lack of luck, but a lack of preparation. The idea that you are not unlucky, you are unprepared, can feel uncomfortable at first. It challenges the way we explain our failures. It removes the easy excuse and replaces it with responsibility. Yet, this idea is also empowering because it suggests that change is possible. If the problem were only bad luck, there would be very little we could do. But if the problem is preparation, then improvement becomes a realistic and practical goal. To understand this more clearly, we can think about how opportunities appear in life. Opportunities rarely arrive with a clear sign. They do not wait for us to feel confident or ready. Instead, they often appear suddenly and disappear just as quickly. When this happens, only those who have prepared in advance are able to respond effectively. Others may hesitate, doubt themselves, or miss the chance completely. From the outside, it may look like luck, but in reality, it is a difference in readiness. Preparation is often misunderstood as something big or dramatic, but in fact, it is usually built through small and consistent actions. It is the result of daily habits, repeated effort, and quiet discipline. For example, improving a skill does not happen in one moment of inspiration. It happens through regular practice, even on days when motivation is low. Over time, these small efforts accumulate and create a level of ability that cannot be easily seen at first. Another important aspect of preparation is the way we deal with uncertainty. Life is full of situations that we cannot fully predict. In such moments, knowledge alone is not enough. We also need mental and emotional stability. A prepared person is not someone who knows everything, but someone who can stay calm, think clearly, and adapt when things do not go as planned. This kind of preparation allows a person to move forward even in difficult conditions. On the other hand, when someone is unprepared, even a good opportunity can become a source of stress. Instead of feeling excited, they may feel pressure. Instead of taking action, they may overthink or avoid the situation. This is not because they are weak, but because they have not developed the necessary experience or confidence. As a result, they may later describe the situation as unlucky, even though the real issue was their lack of readiness. It is also important to examine how we compare ourselves to others. We often see the result of someone's success without understanding the process behind it. When we say that someone is lucky, we ignore the preparation that made their success possible. We do not see the time they invested, the failures they learned from, or the effort they continued even when progress was slow. This incomplete view can lead us to underestimate the role of preparation in our own lives. Failure, in this context, should not be seen as a negative outcome, but as part of the preparation process. Each failure provides feedback. It shows us what needs to improve and where our weaknesses are. If we choose to reflect instead of avoid, failure becomes a valuable teacher. Over time, it helps us build a deeper understanding and a stronger ability to handle future challenges. There is also a strong connection between preparation and personal responsibility. When we believe that everything depends on luck, we place control outside ourselves. This can create a passive attitude where we wait instead of act. However, when we accept that preparation plays a key role, we begin to take ownership of our progress. We start to ask more useful questions, such as what skills we need to develop or what habits we should change. Another factor that affects preparation is patience. In a world that often expects quick results, it can be difficult to stay committed to a slow process. Many people give up too early because they do not see immediate success. However, preparation requires time. It is like building a foundation that supports future growth. Without this foundation, any success is likely to be unstable or temporary. Consistency is what turns preparation into real strength. It is not about doing something perfectly once, but about continuing even when it feels repetitive or challenging. Through consistency, actions become habits, and habits shape identity. Over time, a person who prepares regularly becomes someone who is naturally ready for new challenges. It is also worth noting that preparation improves not only performance but also awareness. When you are prepared, you are more likely to recognize opportunities that others might miss. You can connect ideas more easily, respond more quickly, and make better decisions. This increased awareness can create the impression of luck, even though it is actually the result of continuous effort. Of course, preparation does not eliminate all difficulties. There will still be unexpected problems and moments of failure. However, a prepared person is better equipped to respond. Instead of feeling completely lost, they can adjust their approach and try again. This resilience is one of the most valuable results of preparation. If we reflect honestly on our own experiences, we may find that many situations we call bad luck were actually moments when we were not fully ready. This realization is not meant to create guilt, but to offer clarity. It helps us understand that improvement is within our reach. The most encouraging part of this idea is that preparation is something we can control. We may not be able to control when opportunities appear, but we can control how we prepare for them. We can choose to learn, to practice, and to improve step by step. Each small effort brings us closer to being ready. In the end, the difference between feeling unlucky and being prepared is a matter of perspective and action. When we shift our focus from external factors to internal development, we regain control over our path. We stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating our own readiness. So instead of asking whether life is fair or not, it may be more useful to ask a different question. Are we prepared for the opportunities that come our way? If the answer is not yet, then that is where our attention should be. Because once preparation meets opportunity, what once looked like luck becomes something we have quietly built over time.